Well, right on cue. Right on cue. Burnley 1-0 up, everybody. Jesus Christ. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Burnley 1-0 up. It's Brownhill. Oh, well, should we pack up and go? Shall we pack up and go? Burnley have scored. Oh, God. The importance of starting a game quick. Well played, Burnley. It's 1-0. Fantastic. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Well, you were thinking to yourself, maybe it'll be an interesting game, this one. But just ended kind of no point. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Well, I came in here and I thought, you know what? It'll be interesting, this one. Might give up a little bit of a fight, but yeah, there you go. There you go, lads. We're back. It's oh God. Right, I'm gonna have to get the missus to get me the phone charger. Because there we go. Flipping heck, man. 1-0 already. Christ alive. That is crazy, isn't it? People saying, Connor, why torture yourself watching Burnley? Well, I'm gonna have to now. This must be so hard for you to do, Connor. Well, welcome, Jord. Welcome, man. How you doing, bud? It is, mate. It can be. It can be. Yeah, watching all these games and then Burnley just doing what Burnley do, which is just win 1-0. But this puts the cat amongst the pigeons, doesn't it? I guess it's putting a little bit more pressure on Sheffield United tomorrow, in a sense, isn't it? And obviously, Joe, you'll know a little bit more about that, mate, when it comes to it. But yeah, Brownhill scores again, and I went live as soon as he scored, which is good. Oh, Jesus. Unbelievable. Swansea walked this game. Jenna, have you seen the score, mate? I know, mate. That's it. That's it. She should do, to be fair, shouldn't she? But yeah, 1-0 Burnley. It's been a really positive start. A really good start from Burnley, as I'm sure you can imagine. They've been very decent already. Just dominating the game, really. So if you guys don't fancy it, then that's fine. That's fine. Zian Fleming, Anthony, Marcus Edwards obviously starting, Josh Laurent playing a little bit further forward. But it kind of, to be honest, it looks like Brownhill's going to be playing a little bit further forward in this one. It looks like he is anyway. He's got another goal. And yeah, as I say, Burnley 1 shot, 1 goal. So a quick start. So what a quick start does to you. They're right in with winning the league, aren't they? Let's be honest. Burnley is still right with him winning the league here, which is mad when you think about it, because it's just been, let's be honest, we've all been talking about, Sheffield United and Leeds, but they're right in it, aren't they? Let's be honest. If you're new here, everybody, hello, welcome back. Hope you're all doing good. Make sure you slap a like on the video for me. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, welcome to you all. So I think there'll be a couple of new people in here as well, I'm sure. But yeah, my God, what a tough one. Oh dear. Jesus. Nearly on 4K as well. Question for you, Connor. Why can't Leeds just give us a routine win and let us enjoy our weekend? Yeah, it feels like few and far between, doesn't it, mate? It feels like few and far between. It is depressing sometimes, isn't it? As Burnley come forward again here. Zian Fleming. I wonder if they're gonna cause Burnley as many problems as we faced, as they just give it away. And Edwards. But look how many of them are in the box already, Burnley. This is what I keep saying. Like, Burnley have, because of Edwards' involvement and him just being able to take on his man so easily, it basically means that they just flood the box as soon as possible and get some real advantage. And Edwards has been brilliant. So has Brownhill, to be fair. Brownhill's been excellent. Lovely little crest ball out wide there. Swansea walked this game, says Jenna. I love it how he said that. Oh, I love it how he said that. I'm wrong. Yeah, madness. Not walking anything, mate. Couldn't walk a dog, I don't think. I'd say, well, let's change this. Let's change this a little bit, shall we? Let's go manual. Let's go first half. What minute are we on? They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Burnley to Leeds. Oh, dearie me. Hold on, everyone. We'll get your comments coming through as well. Here again, mate. Hold on, I've still got the old controls over. No, I haven't. Good stuff. Nat says, hopefully we can do you guys a favour tomorrow. Nat, you need to, mate. You need to. I do think it'll be us, Burnley and Sheffield United that go up anyway. Do you reckon? Joe says, I'm surprisingly not nervy for tomorrow. You're not now, mate. Why would you be? We've given you a bit of help there, haven't we? I'm feeling a 2-0. We'll be a lot less confident if Vinny ain't fit. Yeah, he didn't want to get it over in his press conference, did he? Scott Parker have definitely said that Leeds drew today. Genuine question, without trying to wind you up, is it a Leeds bottle or collapse? What do you put it off? Yeah, it's an interesting one. Someone just said penalty for City. Tony, you on about Swansea? You better be on about Swansea here, mate, because I've not seen anything yet. Penalty? Are you on about Man City? Tony, don't be in here talking about Man City, please. When Swansea City are playing, mate. But yeah, I don't think it's a bottle, mate. I'll be honest. Oh, Tony, I don't care about them. We're not in the same league. I've just had a message from. It's all right, Tony. But yeah, I don't know if it's a bottle, but we've definitely been under par. Like, you look at the Sunderland game, people will say whatever, but that Sunderland game, Sunderland were the better team for, in my opinion, for like 60, 70 minutes. Better team. We're quite fortuitous with that. And then you look at the Sheffield United game. Sheffield United battered us for about 35, 40 minutes and should have probably been 2 or 3 up. West Brom, I thought were the better team over the 90 than Leeds United. Portsmouth, we had some chances, but they were the better team. And today it was 50-50. 50-50. So what do you put that down to? Aronson, that should be him done. That should be him done. You get the Aronson sexuals who will, for some reason, still back him up. It's all a bit weird. But yeah, mate, I mean, he should be done. He should be absolutely done right now after that performance. Because it's been now 6 or 7 performances on the bounce where it's just been the exact same. What's the point? Do you know what I mean? What is the point? I don't understand it, but yeah, it just I'm very confused by it all, to be honest, mate. Yeah, Brownie's just messaged me saying the same thing. Hopefully that's Aronson done. Fatigue, Connor. No, I don't think it is, mate. I just don't think he's that good. I think he's had spells this season where he's been all right, but mate, one assist, 1 goal. 1 assist and 1 goal in 2025. I mean, he got another assist today, didn't he, for Pompey? So fair play to him. Why so late? I'm not sure, mate. He just seems to do it. I won't say it because I'm not going to I'm not going to call people out. As in, like, I'm not going to tell you what people have been texting me. But I've had a lot of people messaging me, content creators and just people who you guys are well aware of, fuming, absolutely fuming. And even some of the cool heads have been absolutely fuming. Humphreys, ball in, defended by Swansea. Joe says Nonto has to play in the 10. Brett, mate, that's the thing, like, and we keep getting like gaslit by some people and getting told that apparently nobody else can play in the number 10. It's just absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. So it is going to be squad utilisation because if Brendan Aronson continues, I don't care if he scores another goal and that's it. Because the problem is now, if he gets another goal, what's going to happen is he's just going to continue. People are going to talk about that goal. It's really weird, but people are going to continue talking about that goal for the next 4 weeks. And they're just going to be like, well, we should play him because of this. It's like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Probably burnt out playing every game. There is a little bit of that. I just don't think it's quality-wise. Joe said, how's it going? Devastating point. Could have been cruising towards the title today. We threw it away again. Aronson isn't for us. Yeah, 100%. I agree. Darren says also we should ban set pieces and give the key because it's just ridiculous now, mate. I know. No strength mentally. Gines says Farker loves his hard workers. You need technical ability in the 10 and strength. Aronson has none of that. Nonto levels today. Have you read what Farker said, Connor? That he was considering playing Nonto in the 10 from the start. Was he? Well, good job he considered it. Good job he considered it. Yeah, good job he considered it, mate. I'm happy he's done that because Aronson gave away the first goal. So that's good. Yeah, it's embarrassing, lads. It is. It's like he's just gonna. The thing is, he's just gonna kill us. And that's the thing. It's what he's going to be criticised on. As Burnley come forward here, by the way, Jaden Anthony, bit of space. It's good defending. Check Popey's tweet, Connor Russ. I just had a quick look. As he just done one like 32 seconds ago. I just had a look, mate. Does it? He'll lose his job. If worse comes to it, and you know what happen, if that happens, which I don't want to talk about, and I don't think will happen, but he's going to lose his job. So if he does that, he's moronic. He's a moron if he decides to do that. If he continues, I mean, I've just retweeted it. Like, what was he saying? I was wrestling in the early hours whether or not to start Gruev, and he'd have provided defensive solidity. What you mean, like he did in the last two away games? What Portsmouth and Sheffield United. We didn't provide defensive solidity there. He was poor. And then he said that he was going to start, he was going wrestling with his thoughts whether or not to start Nonto. Why don't you? Why don't you try utilising some of your quality? Because some of the fan base will still tell you that these players aren't good enough. Someone in the post-match reaction was telling me Ramazan is not good enough. He plays 6 minutes, which I think that takes Ramazani now to still under 700 minutes this year. 700 minutes. But it's cool. It's cool. Doesn't matter. So we'll keep seeing the same thing. Underutilization of squad depth, in my opinion. That is what will cost us because we've got more than enough. It's like that's why it annoys me, all the absolute rubbish of we had to get this player in January. Why don't you actually get your manager utilizing the squad a little bit more, and we wouldn't be complaining about that. JC says, don't understand all this rubbishing of Aronson. I understand he's been bad the past month or two, but he was our second best attacking player 6 weeks ago. Bring that. JC, I think okay, mate, but he's not been great. He hasn't been great. You got to be honest. He's not been great. Well, the stats back it up. The eye test backs it up. He's not been great. And the whole problem is we've got quality on the bench, and we just don't use it. That's the problem. Daz says Aronson is joint top with Verber in my list for players to be sold in the summer. Rye says Bamford could be back after the international break. Connor, if Sheffield don't make it, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Connor, if Sheffield don't make it, would you be happy to try? Yeah, of course I would, mate. I'd take a chocolate teapot instead of Melier. 100%. Yeah, mate, 100%. Let's have to update the scores. As you can imagine, everyone as well, it's very sort of like typical game. This one. Flipping it, man. 2-2. What a nightmare. God, someone just messaged me. I won't say who it was. Wow. Someone just messaging me saying, "Oh, that's Aronson Dunn," who you just wouldn't expect. Wow. There you go. I think it's just, yeah, rough. All right. Swansea throw. Yeah, Swansea haven't really imprinted themselves on this game at all. Burnley are playing pretty well here. It's not like a dazzling performance, but yeah, playing well. If you don't go up the season, it's on Farker. He's put a tweet out about Nonsense 10 saying he was pleased with him. That's good, at least, mate. That's good. Exactly. Rammer's just not been given enough time. We've had the best depth in years and we just don't use it. When was the last time we actually outplayed a team? I'd probably say Coventry. Yeah, it's not been great. Has to be said. And it will be the next time. You're now taking comments from XIC. What do you mean, mate? Just in general? The attendance of Swansea is appalling. Yeah, you just know if this is Leeds versus Swansea. It just wouldn't be like this, would it? DF says he's pleased with Nonsense 10. I like his potential in this position. This 45 minutes with the... Okay, cool. Come on, the Clarets, says new name. Connor, what's your thoughts on Egan Ryder rescinded red card? Yeah, it wasn't a red card. I don't think it was a red card at all. It was a ridiculous decision. It'd just be interesting to see if those standards were upheld everywhere for every team. Ball played forward. As long as it's 0-0, you kind of see Swansea in the game. Who's this lad in midfield, though? Who's terrible for him? Is it O'Brien? Is that Lewis O'Brien? Oh my God, O'Brien's getting killed. He's getting killed. Paul says, yeah, thought it was just YouTube where you could comment, lad. Yeah, Twitter doesn't really do much for me, mate, I'll be honest. So YouTube is better. If you're all subscribed to YouTube, it really helps the channel. And if you like the video as well, it really helps the algorithm. Brownhill, ball played in. Chance. Brownhill, surely a goal. Surely. 2-0 Burnley. Jaden Anthony. That's 2-0. Yeah, ball absolutely bouncing round, and it is 2-0. And that, I think, everybody, inside 21 minutes, that's how you start a game, lads. That is how you start a game. They've been on top, and loads of people in the box, and there you go. Brilliant. Jesus. 2-0 to the Clarets. What a start. And something tells me that could be it already, because they ain't conceding 2 goals. Fair play, Burnley, already a win. I think they've had, there you go. The stats will tell you they've had 2 shots. 2 shots for Burnley. And the goal. Up the Clarets is getting, yep, smashed it, mate. Smashed it. Cov 1 up. Boring Burnley. Hey, they get the job done. They get the job done. I like you, Lee's lot. I think you should go, but I don't mind you dropping points. I'm sure you don't. New name. Yeah, Burnley been the better team here. Much better team. Ball played into the box. Trafford claims it. Yeah, very easy. Yeah, really good start. I think I had him on as 2-0. I think I had him on as 2-0. Yeah, playing really well here. Burnley, complete control, complete dominance. Doing the job. Doing the job. Putting a lot of pressure on tomorrow, I guess. I just put 2-2. Just put 2-0 Burnley. 2-2 Swansea and Burnley. Crazy. What do you guys think to the format anyway? Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying the sort of like format, the layout as well? We're using it for both channels as well. So let me know. Let me know. I hope you're enjoying it, the graphics and stuff like that. We're playing so much better. Parker letting them loose. I agree, Chris. I think what he's done is what I've said loads of times on here. I mean, he scored 2 again as well. So what I think he's done is Marcus Edwards. As soon as Edwards has come in, I mentioned this on a video not long ago. But I think as soon as he's come in, basically what he's done is every time I watch Burnley now, there seems to be 6 or 7 players, or 5 or 6 at least, flooding the box. So basically what Parker is banking on is Marcus Edwards taking on his man, which invariably happens, creates space, puts the ball into the box, and there's freedom for every single attacking player because of Marcus Edwards being so good, inverting and going on that flank as well. Roberts offers a decent overlap as well. So you just don't look in any bother here whatsoever. They don't look in any bother. There's no real Swansea penetration. It's very comfortable, this. Very comfortable. Brilliant start, has to be said. Picked the wrong day to stop drinking beer, didn't I? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Burnley looking really good here. Really, really good. Really good. Wednesday with extra motivation now to keep Sheffield United out of the autos. That's true. Farke's presser was a disaster. Guy is so conservative when we have actual ballers. If it refuses to play, can't disagree with that at all, mate. I think Burnley win. It's between us and Blades for second, and that includes Burnley beating the Blades too. Yeah, this lot are going to be hard to beat. I mean, what if they're just having a quick look? I'm just going to have a look at their Burnley results. Let's have a look. So if we're including this one as a win, because it is, West Brom obviously they drop points. 4-0 Luton, 2-1 QPR, 4-0 Wednesday, 0-0, 2-0. Yeah, they just don't lose games, which is always dangerous. It's always dangerous. Yeah, don't know what else you can say about it, to be honest. Massive squeaky bum time for Sheffield United now. They won't sleep tonight. Yeah, it's not a good result for them, this. It's not a good result. Obviously, them slipping into second now, I think it is, isn't it? Sorry, third. But this was expected. I'd have been stunned if they'd have lost this. But there's proper levels here. As Swansea have the ball out wide, yeah, they're just offering nothing. There's no sort of. It's come. Do you know what Burnley look like here? They just look like athletes. You know, like across the pitch. They look so strong. They look so strong. Like big lads as well, you know? Our fixtures are hard, although that's 25 undefeated now. Mad. Yeah, it's an interesting point though about the between Leeds and Sheffield United. It could be that, you know, it could be. We could be looking at a scenario which is terrifying in itself. I just like now you just can't see Swansea coming back into this, can you? I don't see how you come back into this. Cov 2, Sunderland 0. The thing is, there's no chance of. There's no chance of them. Ball played in. Swansea with a bit of a chance here, maybe. Ball played out to the edge of the area. Oh, goodness me. Terrible. Terrible. Alessandro, has Swansea come forward here? Goodness me. There's a tough run after the international break. They'll drop points somewhere versus QPR, Cov, Bristol City Blades. Yeah, they will. They will. You won't see Burnley mess up only Leeds. Contrasting comments. Hisham says, honestly, can see Burnley winning the league. We have Luton, Borough, Preston the next 4, and I can see us dropping points in all 3. Chris says, I think I threw the stat at you before on a stream. Burnley in the last 108 championship games, 6 or 7 defeats. Yeah, I think the only thing I was thinking with it was like, you kind of have to. I always think that you kind of have to just win. At the minute, you can't really drop points. You know, like I think we've effectively lost today. That's how it feels in this race, because none of us are really losing games. I mean, we have recently, but collectively, none of us are really losing games. So draws are like losses, basically. So we can't have that standard for every other team and then not have that standard for Leeds, because it's completely hypocritical. So I've used that standard for other teams. Sheffield United dropped points the other day. Burnley dropped points the other day, and now Burnley are winning, and we've dropped points. So yeah. So yeah, they are losses. So Leeds, in my opinion, have effectively lost the game today. And that start as well was embarrassing. It was purely embarrassing. I mean, when was the last time QPR scored a couple of goals? Edwards, anyway, on the ball. Strike at goal. Good save. Good save. We'll win the league. Calm down, everyone. Burnley have a tough run. Burnley have a grim schedule, but we are perennial bottlers. We'll mess it up. Yeah, I think that's a big thing with us. It's like Leeds have got to start taking care of Leeds business, really, haven't they? It's not, Burnley. I think they'll just carry on with what Burnley do, and like Chris said up there, like, they don't really lose games, but it's about Burnley drawing games, really, isn't it? But if we can't take care of our own business, we won't go up. It's that simple. Leeds will not go up. So you got to take care of your own business, and if you can't take care of your own business, then you're not gonna get promoted. It's that simple, really. Ball played in as well. Great ball in. Ooh. I mean, I could see this being 4. I mean, Burnley this is like 2 leagues apart. Ball in, a stab just over the bar. Rye with the super sticker. Cheers, Rye. Top man. Really appreciate it, Rye. Always see you in here, bud. One of the day ones in here, man. Really respect you, Rye. Thanks so much for that, mate. Really appreciate it. It makes it all worth it. This is like a I think this will be an 8-9 hour day stream, because we've had the stream this morning, the Watchalong. We had Brownie late last night. Then we've got this stream, obviously, which you guys are going to help me through. Then we've got the fan forum on One Leeds at 7. And then tomorrow we've got the Steel City Derby. And then we've got later on Brownie and Gabe coming on. So it's a schedule. Connor says, remember the international break last year? I do, mate. Yeah. Was that Blackburn and Sunderland after that? Yeah, we're a soft bunch, says Sam. Yeah, they've got to be better. They've got to step up, and it's definitely dented my confidence a little bit, I have to say. Yeah, dented my confidence a bit, I have to say. I'm not saying that Leeds are gonna fall apart or anything, but we've not been, the performances haven't been good. They haven't been good in my opinion. Last like sort of 5 games really. Dormston, my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're just, do you know what we're trying to do? We're trying to. I'm really trying to. I could have really easily brought this over to One Leeds and done it over there, but I do want to build a little community over here as well. And I do enjoy making new things. I know it sounds daft, but and trying to invest and trying to make things better. You know, I do really enjoy that, and I'm lucky to have One Leeds. Very, very lucky to have One Leeds because you know, a lot of you guys wouldn't even know who I was if it wasn't for that. So I really appreciate that. But it's nice to build over here as well. Sam says, do you still think we'll do it? Yeah, I do, Sam. I'm just a bit. I think the manager worries me a bit. Ball in. Ooh, I think the manager worries me a little bit. It's nice to see that he's maybe corrected his ways a little bit. I thought Rothwell was good today, but he seems to have thought that defensively we looked a bit abject in that midfield. I think if you're looking at it, then Tanaka comes out because Tanaka, I think Rothwell's been better than him when he's been playing recently. It's not a popular opinion, but then you bring Tanaka out for Gruev. I don't think Tanaka's been great, to be honest. I know he scored the other day. I get that completely, but by his standards in play, I think Rothwell's been better than him. But that won't happen. So Rothwell is now going to be dropped again in the next away game for Gruev, of which Gruev hasn't played well in his last 2 outings away from home. So I'm hopeful that he actually knows his best 11, but I don't know. I do definitely question Daniel Farker in the Premier League. I always have done. As in, like, I'm really happy for what he's done. We're still top of the table, for goodness sake, of course, and he's doing a really good job right now. But I think the adaptability and his stubbornness at points does worry me. It really, really worries me. On that grind, Conroy, always, mate. Dormston, top, man. Love you, mate. Thanks, pal. Connor, your content at the minute is on another level. I don't follow your team, but I think your knowledge and views are spot on. Oh, Chris, thanks, man. Really appreciate that, mate. Really appreciate it. That's a lovely comment. Yeah, it's always nice to get, because all the Leeds lot know that I'm a bit of a passionate lad. But sometimes they might think I chat a bit of rubbish, but I try provide a different sort of take anyway, to others, and I hope it's respected a little bit. So thanks, man. Really appreciate that. What time's Brownie Gabe tomorrow? It should be around about 8 o'clock, Kyle. Both Burnley and Blaze recruited in January. We still PK. That's not an excuse, bud. That's not an excuse, because guess what came on today? Because all of you all say the same thing. Unless we're talking about a goalkeeper here, what are we talking about? Is it a midfielder? Swansea have a chance here. Ooh, just wide. Probably the best chance. Asking for handball, but not given by Egan Riley. So you bring Nonto on in the number 10 today, mate, PK. You bring Nonto on in the number 10, which everybody was talking about. He comes on in the number 10 and he's excellent in that second 45. And the manager's now basically saying that he should have started him. He was thinking about it late last night and he still started Aronson. Well, that's a manager thing. That's his fault. And we've all been saying it now for 2 months. So he's got the options on the bench, pal. He's got the options. So we can blame January all we want. That's what we can do. We can blame January all we want. But what that does is it takes responsibility away from the manager. For me, when you've got Nonto and Ramazani on the bench, and we're still complaining about January, I just do not understand it. Just do not understand it, to be honest with you. Appreciate the grind. We all start somewhere, of course, mate. No, mate, I've known you since the old Leeds TV days. Good lad, Hisham. Thanks, man. Love the graphics, Connor. Cheers, Jack. Cheers, pal. Look at this. This is the grind, innit? Look. We're gonna start shaking soon. Oh, man. What do you guys want to see as well? What do you guys want to see in the international break? Is there any people you'd like me to get on or whatever? What is there anything like you particularly like me to do on the second channel as well? Because obviously it's a little bit more general. Get your comments in. The last 15 minutes of our game today, the ball was in play for 5 minutes. The referee, terrible, mate. Abhorrently bad. Trying to cheer you up, mate, all the way from Worcester. Keep the faith, top man. Forest goal. Who are Forest playing? Are they playing City? They're not playing City. They beat City, didn't they? Oh, Ipswich. Who have I got on then? I had a bet. Is my bet winning? I definitely didn't put Leeds on. I thought I had, but then I'm like, when have I ever put Leeds on? I never put Leeds on bets because invariably I know what's going to happen. But as well, I think, by the way, Swansea are growing into this a little bit, which is good. But yeah, I think they've just left themselves a bit to do. Burnley doing the old seeing it out. Apparently, I don't know my password for Sky Bet, which is effective. No, still don't know it. I'm gonna get logged out here, aren't I? Oh, I'm in. I'm in. Right, what's been my bets? Okay, well, I've got none, so presumably I lost. What did I lose? Oh no, it's still going on, obviously. Oh, lads, I'm doing all right, you know. So I've got Bradford. In fact, no, wait, what? Oh no, I've lost. Have I lost? Oh no, okay. So I got Bradford on, Wolves, and they're winning. Everton or draw. Burnley, Colchester, and Grimsby. So that'd be nice if that came in. Won't, but yeah, don't return that much, but still. Yeah, 2-0. I was going to put that on, I didn't. Rye says, I'd like you not to report to not report on any injuries. A Swansea goal half time will make it interesting. Ellis, yeah, we need it a bit interesting, don't we, mate? Man City 2, Brighton 1. Ramazani had more than a cameo since his injury. Disgrace. All on Farker for letting him rust. Yeah, I agree, man. 6 minutes today, he got 6 minutes. When DJ was, I thought, struggled today. You know, we could have effectively gone, you know, at points, we could have gone Solomon in the 10, if you wanted to even do that, because I think that would work. Solomon in the 10. You could have gone Ramazani left. You know, you could have gone Ramazani left, and then you could have gone Nonto on the right, couldn't you? But just seems like he's got his fair. So we know what's going to happen next is probably, for some reason, at home, Greb's going to come in. And then he cannot let Aronson start another game. Having KG and Brownie will be back, mate. Yeah, I'm trying to get it, mate. Trust me. I'm doing the most I can to get them back on. I think I'll have KG on. KG's going to come on next week, I think. Brownie will be on tomorrow, but it's just availability, mate. I don't pay them anything to come on, so when you don't pay them anything to come on, it's quite difficult. Do you know what I mean? You kind of have to. I'd love to be in a position where I can pay them, but not at the minute. Whoever stays down will have a tough time. All three who come down are going to be mega strong. Yeah, you're right about Birmingham. Birmingham are just going to be in the top 6, aren't they? Let's be honest, with all that money. How was the malt loaf? Yeah, mate, it's good. Look, wait, it's good. It's all good, mate. Neutral Villa fan. That's good, Sonny. I didn't have I've had a couple of Villa fans who've just been laughing at us in the comment section on the Watchalong, which, to be honest, I do find a bit bizarre. Maybe it's because I've got family connections in Birmingham, but I don't think any of us have got any ill will towards Villa at all, to be honest. Do you really think if you go up, you'll have a survival chance? He has 45 losses in 47 Premier League games. Daniel Farker. Sonny, I'm probably one of the only content creators on a lead side of things who would be extremely nervous about going up with him. It's not that I think he should be sacked when we go up, but I've always said I'm on a very, very short leash. Very short leash. Like if we were to go up and just lose 5 or 6 Premier League games immediately, yeah, I'd probably be looking at making a change very quickly. I think you've got to recruit for Leeds United, not just recruit for Daniel Farker. So yeah, I'd recruit in a very general sense. So, and if your recruitment is working in a general sense, then it should be adaptable for whatever style of manager you want. So yeah, that's kind of how I would look at it. I'd be very, very worried if we went up and just literally recruited for Daniel Farker. I think we'd just come straight back down there. Because I don't think he'll last. I just don't think he'll last. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Rob says, afternoon, Connor. You and Burnley top 2. We will lose tomorrow's gut feeling, then bottle it against Burnley. Good point in the end for you guys. I don't know, mate. It's a good fight back. But I've got you on to win tomorrow. I've got you on to win. I think you'll have too much quality for him. It's criminal. It's by Ramazan. It could cost Farker his job. 5 points from 12. Sonny, no, Farker will not last more than a dozen games in the Premier League. I'd like to shake hands at the end of the season, and the big thing with Farker is it's like it's I know he wasn't backed in the Premier League, but I think my question's always been why, if he's won as many games as he has done in the champ, which he has done, why is there not like a bottom end Premier League club looking at for Daniel Farker? Do you know what I mean? If you've done so well in the Championship and you've not been given a fair crack at the whip, right? You look at Burnley going up, right? And getting absolutely obliterated. Okay. Burnley getting absolutely obliterated in the Premier League. But Vincent Kompany's style of play was something that attracted Bayern Munich. Okay. Why is there not being a top team looking at Daniel Farke? Because he's done more than what Vincent Kompany's done. Twice over with a poorer side. If you look at it in Norwich, why is there not being like a top side come in for Daniel Farke? I think that's an interesting question. Some of my mates have posed me that question as well, and I've kind of thought about that. Why has there not been at least a Premier League club who've been in and around it, like a Wolves when they've been looking for a manager, or Palace or whatever, looking at Daniel Farke? Why has that never happened? That's a question. It's an interesting question. The problem is we can't have this chat, unfortunately, on YouTube a lot without people getting very, very in the feelings about it, because it's very sentiment ridden. But if we're just being completely ruthless, I'm not saying right now that Farke should be, there should be a conversation, because I still think we'll go up. But I think the Premier League, I do worry about his adaptability at points and his stubbornness. I do. And, like a lot of people have said, he's not been proven when you've spent money, so do you just completely back him, no ends up, and just go full tilt? Because he's done really well accumulatively in the Championship. I don't know. Is that something you do? I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. Let's have a look. Always strikes me as one who is good, and as the rest of the league outgunned when it's the other round, is Pony. Didn't Swansea play at Loftus? Didn't know Swansea played at Loftus. Have I said something there? Should do battle lines with Burnley and Blades fan, maybe. Yeah, Jack, we're looking at that, mate. We're looking at that. That's on the cards. That is definitely on the cards, mate. 100%. Hisham says, I think you and Cage are the only ones who've been more vocal about the idea of making a decision as Farke at the end of the season. The passion merchants, however, are all on his side. It's very easy, though, isn't it? It's very easy. And I'm not. I've been eternate. The thing is, what I find really frustrating is in this space, you the content creation space, you can't be. You have to basically say you're either Farke in or Farke out. They can't be like grey. You can't say, for me, Farke right now. You can't effectively say that he needs to improve in X, Y, and Z. He needs to improve when it comes to rotation. He needs to improve when it comes to, selection at the beginning of games. He needs to improve with this, that, and the other. He needs to improve with some things he says in his press conferences. You can't say that, because then if you say that, that's deemed as negative, which means that you must want him out. My whole shtick with Daniel Farke is, I think he's got flaws. And I just hope those flaws wouldn't be completely amplified in the Premier League and it would cost Leeds United. Because I think nowadays as well, if you get held down in the Premier League, if you lose considerable amount of games quickly in the Premier League, you're going down, because it's so hard to fight back when it comes to that. My worry is that we're about to face a deja vu of last season with these last 8 to 9 games where we struggled to win more than 2 or 3 games. If not Farke, who would you go? Do you know what Dom said? I'm not saying like, it's not one of those, mate. I'm not saying Daniel Farke out. I'm not saying that he wouldn't work in the Premier League. I think it is just a risk. Of course it's a risk. If we did get there, if we did get to the Premier League, of course it's a risk, How can it not be? If Farke shake up our formation, we get a bit taking set pieces and taking corners. Farke deserves. Fair enough. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. How are Burnley playing corner? My stream's not working. Yeah, they've got back into it. They have got back into it, Swansea, but yeah, completely in control, mate. Completely in control. It's another. Oh, have I put Loftus? Oh, is that what it is? Loftus Road. Okay, my bad. Yeah, that does have to be manual. My bad. Good spot. Good spot there, by the way. My bad there, guys. Hold on a sec. Let's get into the widgets. Do you know what? I'm that tired. Where does Swansea play? What's the Swansea Stadium called? Swansea Stadium. It's embarrassing, sorry. It changes so much, doesn't it? Just Swansea.com Stadium. All right. What a terrible name for a stadium. No offense to any of the Swansea fans in here. There you go. Swansea.com Stadium. How about that? That better? Sorry about that. George said, I'd much rather have a little blip now than over Easter weekend. That's when it becomes crucial. Still going to us to go up along with Burnley. The state of Calvin Phillips now. I can't believe some fans want him back. Sorry, should have specified that. Thanks, mate. Cheers, guys. Kelvin says we need a manager that is vocal and adaptive. It's taken a long time to remove Aronson. I would change Farker if promoted. Don't let him spend 150 million. People say they need to be ruthless in getting the Premier League players, but never Premier League managers. They just can't cut it. Obviously, I've thought about, yeah, you will think it with Parker, won't you? It's a similar situation. Parker's obviously, maybe a little bit more of a lucrative team and maybe budget in the Premier League when you look at the sides that he's been with. But yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's something that you definitely we've all got to look at if we do get up. We're going to crumble under this pressure now. Goodness me. If it's Farker in the Prem, despite being a decent squad at the relegation, the gap is too big. I'd replace Farker. Oh, mate, not Stevie G. No way. I never wanted Farker at Elland Road, but now he's here. He's doing a good job. Deserves full backing. Guys, we're just going to step away. I'm just going to go to the toilet for the halftime break. Just too much information there. But I'll see you in the second half. Hello, everybody. We're back. We do us a favor. Oh, we're nearly at 4,000 subscribers. Nearly at 4,000 subscribers, guys. Do us a favor and slap a like on the video. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Can see Andy in the building. Hi, Andy. How's it going? Sure, it's going very well for you, mate. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Oh dear. There has to be an upcoming manager from mainland Europe. That's the 49ers and recruitment team's problem. There are several thousands of managers. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as well, Tim. Like, you kind of get labeled with, well, who would you want? It's like, well, that's not my job. I just know, like, you know, if it wasn't to work, I just know that this guy isn't the one, if that makes sense. Yeah, if you're a Premier League legend, you'd be cocky as well. You want to see Swansea play well, dress the players up in elite kit, simple as. It's tightening up. Teams raise their game when Leeds turn up, no doubt. Burnley have tricky fixtures, but Sheff and Leeds have bottom 6 teams. Yeah, and that's it, Andy. I mean, we've looked at it. I mean, at the start of proceedings, we've had Portsmouth, haven't we? Who, when we played them, was 17th. And then we have QPR, who were, 14th, 15th? And they both had nothing to play for. That's the worrying thing about it, really. I would change Farker for Kieran McKenna tactically well, yeah. And anything to change over half, never mind 8 games. Very happy with the league table at the moment, says New Name. I bet you are, mate. I bet you are. I'll have a quick look at it myself, I think. Let's have a look. 3-0 Forest as well at half time. Big game at the bottom as well. Derby beating Plymouth. Yeah, like you guys were saying as well, it's big result, that. Big result. Table. Yeah, it's tight now. Really tight. Like I said, we'll still top. We'll still be top regardless, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting, this whole title race now, isn't it? I'll tell you what, that blows Sunderland completely out of it as well, doesn't it? It's gonna be. I mean, if Sheffield United win tomorrow, they'll be like 11 points behind now. Jaden Anthony. Anthony does well. Anthony, should have scored. Should have scored, Jaden Anthony. I agree. I disagree. 4 Kendalls. I disagree. Completely disagree with that, pal. Candles, sorry. The manager has got he's got more than enough on the bench. He decided to actually use some of that for more than like 8 minutes today, and the guy on the bench made a massive difference. So you have a manager who actually utilizes his bench, it's fine. But if you want to just blame the 49ers to absolve Daniel Farker of any sort of criticism whatsoever, that's the easy way of doing it, I guess. So that's fine. Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, Cabango. Lewis O'Brien. I didn't even know Lewis O'Brien was at Swansea. He got robbed for that first goal as well, which is annoying. Esteve. Perez. Esteve. Esteve's a monster, isn't he? Absolute monster. They just look so much physically bigger than Swansea as well. So much bigger. Good tackle on Fleming. Ball at the top. Swansea just doing nothing, are they? They're doing absolutely nothing. At the same point, I love him obviously as a Burnley fan, but you can see the fall off with Everton. Shadang is coat up and retire. I'm sure you're on about Dyche there. Eh? They can Burnley again. Good little bit of football. Edwards, unlucky. Du-du-du. Far quantity players in Jan even mentioned the 150 that were made in player sales, but then said he wasn't allowed to talk about it. Yeah, but it's an easy thing to say, isn't it? It's an easy thing to say when you've got the best squad in the division, mate. There's no excuse. And especially when neutrals are saying it as well. It's about squad utilization. You've got a player on the bench who's scoring goals against Real Madrid last season, and he's had 700 minutes across the season. It's all well and good you saying, oh, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. It's just excuses. You know, I'd completely understand if you're looking at the centre back region and you maybe dropped a centre back or two. He's got his centre backs right now. He's got a decent rotation when it comes to the midfield. The captain's back pretty soon, from what we understand in terms of his progress. He's got two strikers to choose from. He's got central attacking midfielders to choose from, but he continues to play players like Brendan Aronson. Not saying it's solely Brendan Aronson's fault, of course I'm not, but you know, James has been off it. He looks knackered. Brendan Aronson has been completely off it as well, but he doesn't rotate. So he rotated today, saw a little bit of quality there, and there you go. It's you know, there you go. You rotate, and he's admitted that last night it was keeping him up. Should I go Nonto or should I go Aronson? And he continues with Aronson because it's the safety option, isn't it? So I don't know what to say to that, mate. It looks like if we didn't have any options, I'd understand what you're saying, but there are options there. So, you know, that's what I mean. How many more players does he need? Esteban CG are so good together, the brute and the ball player. Yeah, it'd been nice if Riley had been out, to be honest. Plymouth 2, Derby 2, big scoreline. Loving the content, Connor, the hard work you're putting in for all our entertainment. Ooh, for all our entertainment is appreciated. The graphics look great, but I have to ask why the two scoreboards. I just think it's aesthetic, mate. I just think it's aesthetic. One is a little bit of a headline vidi print sort of style. The other is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, we can. Yeah, it might. I think it's just a part of the template, mate. It doesn't bother me too much, to be honest with you. I didn't even realise it, if I'm honest. Afternoon, Connor. Fair play on the comeback earlier. I thought QPR were well up for that game. Very surprised you didn't find the winner with 40 minutes left. More twist and says, yeah, Ian, I don't know, man. I don't know. I am feeling a bit deflated. Can't lie, mate. Bit deflated today. Have to be honest with you. We're doing a fan forum a little bit later on, which will be interesting to see what the lads have to say. Yeah. Oh, Swansea. Rob Burnley here. Can they do anything? O'Brien? No, the attack's killed. Oh, man, this lot are just... this is like an FA Cup game. It's just like an FA Cup game. They had a bit of a chance there. Josh Lauren just looks physically so much bigger than a lot of these Swansea players. Swansea are giving it a good go here, but it is like an FA Cup game. But yeah, no, I think I've got, I don't know, I've just got a feeling Sheffield United. I've got a feeling Sheffield United win tomorrow. And yeah, it's kind of just how I feel. I think Leeds are going to be the losers this game week. So that's what it is, isn't it? Ball in, headed out. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to do this as sort of professionally as I can when it comes to this game in particular. But Swansea are really, they're kind of growing into the game a little bit, but they're not really offering that much at all, to be honest with you. Has to be said. O'Brien. Lewis O'Brien. Someone have a shot. No. Ball played in. Ooh. Getting a few more combinations, I guess, in and around the Burnley box. Maybe if they got one more, it'd be interesting. But yeah, against Burnley in particular, it's a tough one to claw back, I think. Yeah, he is a beast. He is a beast. Will Southampton break Derby's record, do you think? I think they might do, Ed. Surely he sees Aronson doesn't start again. Yeah, I mean, Ian, you'll watch the game, mate. It's getting just beyond staggering at the minute. We're playing with 10 men. Playing with 10 men. So you saw the difference Nonto made. So yeah, I think it's all about rotations at the minute. Sometimes it can be a curse having so many good players to choose from. And it's proven that way now. Swansea come forward. Ball into the box. Blocked out. Swansea saving them for next game against us. Oh dear. Don't say that, mate. Give me PTSD. Hannibal. Yeah, I guess if you Burnley, you're just absolutely buzzing now, aren't you? Just be absolutely buzzing that you're near to that top. Well, you're in the top two, aren't you, for now, anyway? So you just must be absolutely buzzing at that, which is understandable. One thing I'll say about Leeds is as much as I think you are out of games, I always go into every game thinking you could very easily lose. That's interesting. Interesting. I mean, Joe, what I will say is you've lost more games than us, mate. that is what I'll say about you. But what I will say is that QPR game could have gone either way, mate. Could have gone either way. But yeah. The annoying thing is we could be at a situation right now, which is irritating with Leeds, where you're actually looking at a situation where we could have just pulled away a little bit. But for whatever reason, Leeds have decided to just keep it interesting, as we always do, which is good. Not annoying. Oh, yeah, God, it's look, Burnley fans. I'm sure you're loving this as well. But God, it's a boring game. It's not ideal, is it? Try to keep it entertaining for you guys with some comments we'll read out anyway. Nope. All right, fair, Joe. Fair. Fair, mate. But we've won more. That's true. That's true. I keep forgetting, Ian, you're on the accrued points tally, aren't you? I keep forgetting Wilder talks basically like accrued points in every press conference he has. It's fair enough, isn't it, I guess? Not always out of games, I meant. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you're not, mate. And that's the whole thing with like, it's like, well, we've scored the most points from substitutes, but it's like, well, yeah, of course you are with the amount of quality that we've got off the bench, of course. But I'd rather us just utilize that. I'd rather us not have like these 10, 15-minute spells at the end of games. I want us to, just make the right decision, I guess, when it comes to certain personnel being on. Can't stand the accrued points. Yeah, mate. Yeah, you need to unsubscribe to Jim Bob. Nah, but he is Mr. Daniel Farker, imagine. He is Mr. Chris Wilder. We went on this shoot not long ago, and it was defending like who the best manager in the league is. And obviously, I had to kind of defend Daniel Farker, but my God, it's like I reckon Jim would choose Chris Wilder above his wife. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with it. He loves Chris Wilder, and it's a little. Sometimes I'm a bit like Jim Bob. You got to take a step back, mate. He's a man. He doesn't know who you are. You got to have a step back, mate. Like these are might as well be a fictional character for you, mate. He loves Chris Wilder. So yeah. With it being so tight, hoping our goalkeepers aren't the difference. It could be that, man. If he starts those better players and you ain't relying on subs. Yeah, it's just. I mean, you even just look at that rotation. You look at what Ramzani did against you, lads. He's just so good. He was ridiculous. But he just never gets a sniff. Never gets a sniff. I mean, he came on there for 6 minutes, and it's like, okay, cool. And then apparently it's his fault for not getting up to speed as well. It's Ramzani's fault for not getting up to speed. So Oh, Millwall scored 94th minute penalty. Wow. Wow. Free kick for Swansea. Yeah, it's not ideal, Lee. It's not ideal. They're not doing that much, pal. Ramzani was scary when Nonto came on at Bramall Lane. It changed the game. Wilder over Farker Parker at this level in the Championship. Actually, think is the best manager is Roll or Eustace, both with NAF teams. I definitely say Roll's up there, isn't he? He's just with an absolute dross team. Joey Barton is going to be watching the final. You know, whatting himself that Salah doesn't injure himself. Angry Ginger. He didn't like Angry Ginger, does he? He's a bit of a bitter guy, isn't he, though, Barton? Ball played in. Oh, Swansea nearly on the end of it. Yeah, Swansea nearly on the end of it. Where's your call up to the YouTube All Stars? I'm not sure, mate. Must have got lost in the post. Yeah, I can't imagine me there. There's a lot of me who, like, I don't mind, to be honest. Like, YouTube's. I've watched YouTube for ages, but like, it was always a bit weird when I was younger because I used to watch it way more like than my mates and stuff like that. And that's why I got into it, to be honest. But I used to watch it way more than my mates. But like, we had like probably the youngest person I watched at the time, which was really weird, was Joe Weller, and I used to watch Weller pretty recent, like quite a lot, to be honest. And it was, I always found it a bit odd because I was like 3 years older than him. I was like, why am I watching this like kid? Because I'd have been like, I don't know, like 19 at the time, but he was just quite funny. So I used to watch him quite a bit at the time, to be honest with you. So that, but yeah, I used to watch KSI and all of it, mate, back when he was funny. But yeah, with Benjamin Bloom on comms, internet melts, wash and mash in. Exactly, Gary. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Back in the day, that was everyone's humor, you know. That like fed into like in-betweeners comedy as well. Was everybody's like comedy. It was brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. But then like I kind of watch it back now and I'm like, it's not that funny. But yeah, but all that sort of stuff we used to watch quite a bit. So it'd be quite interesting. But it's like all the you lot might be a little bit younger than me, but it's like all the streamers now. Like see, it's like all like Taze and Angry Ginge and all that sort of lot. And I'm like, they're just kids. Do you know what I mean? They're just kids, so it's like it's just a bit weird. It's a bit weird me watching that sort of stuff, you know. So yeah. Ooh. Leeds still top then on 80. You can see on the screen now. Burnley 10 points back, 10 goal difference behind now on 78. Sheffield United obviously a game less in 77. Blaze, you think you'll win tomorrow? Do you think you'll win? Let's have a look at that Sunderland game. Had you right, scoring twice. Wow. What else have we got? It's a good result that for Cov. Yeah, I don't think Chris Riggs up front there somehow. Interesting. God, look at that. It's a killer. Absolute killer in it. 90th minute penalty for Millwall. Wow. Minging. Plymouth Derby. Huge game. Huge game, that. And then here we are. Here we are. Hoping for a Barry Bannon masterclass so far. Who's better so far in this game, Connor? It's completely dominant, Burnley, mate. It's completely dominant. It's just like, it looks like, I'll be honest with you, it's like a Premier. This is like a Premier. It's like an FA Cup game, this. It's like an FA Cup game. So, yeah, bit rough. A full generation's humour was built off. It was, yeah. Well, if we don't make it this year, I look forward to has been the most hated laughing stock in the championship. Oh, God, let's not do that again. Let's do that again. Younger than you. Yeah, mate. Ian, you're definitely not younger than me, mate. I can tell. Okay. Baz isn't happy. You get free speech on here, mate, to an extent. 2-0 win. If we play out that first 30 against you, it could be 3 or 4. I think an early goal changes it. Do worry if it's 60 minutes without a goal. No, I think you'll be fine. It'll be fine. I think we'll be the losers this weekend. This is off. This is going to be tight now. 3-horse race. Gutted we didn't get the 3 points today. Yep. Definitely is right. This could go anyway now, couldn't it? Who's your 3 for relegation to League One? Plymouth, I think, are gone. Yeah, I had Plymouth, I had Luton, and I had Plymouth, Luton, and Hull initially. But I think, Oxford are one to keep an eye on. At 94th minute, penalty was what we did last time we played Swansea, and it was never a penalty for Millwall. Shocking decision. Gaz says should do a pro club team with creators like Jim Bob and others in the space. Stream it for a laugh. Gaz, I'm useless with stuff like that, mate. Used to be really good with stuff like that, but guys, make sure you slap in subscribe on the channel as well, and a like on the videos as well. We're not quite at 4,000 subs yet, but we are at 399. So make sure you slap in a like on the video. We've got the Steel City Derby coming tomorrow as well from midday. So yeah. Hey, you says I'm not expecting other teams to help us out. That's why QPR result is a point in. Ian says yes, expect to win. They're crap at home. We have the best away record. I've no idea how the bookies have them favourite. Ball played in. Chance for Swansea. No. Luton all over Borough, just yet to score. If they win, this will be in contention for survival with Leeds after the break. Yep, that's it, mate. I don't really know what more to say, to be honest. If we're not stepping up for Portsmouth and we're not stepping up for QPR properly in terms of wins, then yeah, I don't know. I think these 230 could have killed your season with how many you have. Yeah, if that's a problem, if that's what we're using as an issue, then is there an explanation for Fraudka keeping James in and not playing Joseph at any point when? Your guess is good as mine, mate. Connor, just between us two, nobody else is listening. If you just shake Farkan and say thank you, what caliber of manager should we go for? Premier League manager, I guess, mate. If you're talking about caliber. Lack of looking like Burnley and us or the blunts for automatic. We need Derby to keep winning, stop Burnley to play. Yeah, it's at home as well. Burnley have got some tricky games. They have got some tricky games. I think they will drop points, Burnley. Like, this isn't done and dusted. This isn't Burnley just done now. But I think they've got a tough run of games coming up. I didn't see Swansea as one of the tough games, to be honest. I had them on as a win. I did see West Brom as a tough one. I think Coventry's going to be a tough one. Honestly, I do. I think Coventry's going to be a tough one for them. It's going to be Ming in that. I wouldn't want to be playing Coventry right now, to be honest. I know Sheffield United have got to play them, but they have got to play them at home, which I think obviously is a bit of more of an advantage, to be honest. But I wouldn't want to be playing Cov right now, I'll be honest. But then if we're just going to be absolute tits constantly and, throw away stuff like we did today, it don't matter. Like, look, I don't want to say it, but the whole Leeds are falling apart again. We've been used to for a bit now, so I don't know. I'm definitely despondent, as you can probably tell. It's a draw. It's fine. We're still top of the table. I just think the performance levels are worrying me a little bit. I think performance levels naturally equate themselves to results, and I'm just a little bit worried. Maybe a little bit more than I was previously, that the performance levels just aren't good enough at the minute, I don't think. So, yeah. I don't know. In a bit of a weird mindset when it comes to Leeds at the minute. I'm still, it's weird because I'm confident still, but I'm not expecting these sort of performances, that's why I'm a little bit sort of like, what sort of thing with it, you know? I'm not expecting these things to happen. So yeah, today I thought it'd be tough, but I thought we'd just get the win today. Apparently not. And just that first 30 minutes was wow, mental, just mental. So which do you prefer? Which do you prefer? If I'm to do the score, which do you prefer? Let me know. We can either go with, just as a Conor McGilligan experiment, can either go with the scoreboard here, or what do you reckon? Which one are you having? And as the Conor McGilligan channel, I'll let you decide. So we'll either go scoreboard big or scoreboard small. What do you reckon? I'll let you lot decide, because that's how entertaining this game is. Ball played in. Oh, chance. Oh, Swansea's best chance of the second half. Yard wide. Oh, Everton 0, West Ham 1. Classic. That was my bet gone, mate. Scoreboard with the scorers on. Are we all going scorers? Big for me. Small, says Dormston. So it's 3-1 currently. 3-1 currently. Scoreboard big. I'm getting a bit old. Yeah, man, me too. Big, says Chris. Right, okay. Who said small? Dormston. I know you're donating, mate, but you've been out fought. You've been out fought, buddy. I love you, but you've been out fought. It's quite nice actually, and it kind of fits in with the yellow, I guess. Sorry, Dormston. Connor, can you read us a book again? I can, El. I can. What sort of book do you want, mate? What sort of book do you want? Oh, dearie me. Harry Potter book. Oh, dear. I don't have one of them, mate. Got a stupid KSI song going through my head now after we spoke about it. I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. Oh, God. Terrible. Got all those greens on Burnley. Not looking bad, is it? Yeah, this is just an end of a game, end of season like game. This now, Hannibal didn't even realize he'd come on, kicks the ball out of play. Oh wow, is that Joe Allen coming on? Brilliant, fantastic. Do you want to see my right arm, James? Is that what it is? Would be interesting to get the behind the scenes on what you use to stream and record. Leads in the thick of it today. Need that scoreboard top, Connor. You ever thought about doing real life footy content like challenges with your pals and creators? Yeah, mate, I would. Yeah, I've been asked to do that sort of stuff quite a few times, to be honest. So yeah, I wouldn't say no to that. I wouldn't say no to that at all. You just need to be with the right people, doesn't it? Yeah, the right people. I've been sort of involved in potentially doing a charity match soon, but my ankle's just in bits. So that's the only annoying thing about it, to be honest. My ankle's just in bits. So Hannibal. Coventry 3-0. Top corner, not top corner. Put your glasses on. I can't move it, unfortunately, mate. You've either got to decide it's one scoreline or the other. But at least you get the scorers in this one. At least you get the scorers in this one. I'd batter him in that, mate. Anything football related. Top corner, not top corner. What about a carpool video with Brownie and maybe other content creators and journos? Yeah, yeah, doing stuff in person is fun. It is fun. Have to be honest. But some of these people just enjoy being in the bedroom too much, guys. I'm just not that type of guy. I don't mind being out and talking to people and conversing. Jim Bob, Don, Robbie, and Connor take on the penalty king challenge. Sunderland, you are playoff bound. The only thing I'd be saying with Sunderland is you wouldn't be that happy going into the playoffs like this, would you? I mean, I'm not talking about us in the playoffs right yet, I'll be honest, but you wouldn't be happy, would you, Jane Anthony? Like, you need to go into the playoffs with some momentum, I think. You can't be like stumbling into the playoffs. James, you cheeky git. An aging body. Jesus. I'm not even 32 yet. Very impressive commentary. So weird how Leeds have dropped off. I remember them at Cov away. It was like men versus boys. Yeah, man. I completely agree. It's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. I completely agree with you. It's slightly worrying, to be honest. You know, how can we go and do that? And then we're just performing like this in away games. It's very odd. Let's have a look at that game. Let's have a look. Oh, Burnley nearly getting the run of it there. Burnley just basically won this game in the first like 20, 30 minutes. So, yeah. Let's have a look. Cov. Yeah, 3-0. Hadji Wright hat trick. Jesus. Yeah. Wasn't playing against us though, was he? That's one thing we've got to bear in mind. He wasn't playing against us. So him and Ellis Sims up front are a problem. Preston 1, Pompey 0. Come on, Cardiff. No, Ed, it's not. It's not at all, mate. Terrible. Terrible, terrible golf player. I've not been brought up with it, that's all. Some people proper love it, don't they? Lyle Foster's come on, as you can see. I'm actually looking forward to it. Well, if Leeds had won today, I'd have been looking forward to it way more. But I'm really looking forward to the Sheffield derby tomorrow. I do enjoy the Sheffield derby, I'll be honest, because I used to live in Sheffield for like 5 years. So I do enjoy it. I'll be honest, I do enjoy the derby. Jay Fulton picking up a yellow. But yeah, I do enjoy it. Coswam is unreal. But in the playoff, a side managed by Mowbray would win. Experience would get the better of Frank. Yeah, it's the playoff complexion's looking very interesting now, isn't it, mate? Very interesting. I did, Ed, yeah. I did. Daffyd says, gutless performance so far from Sunderland, getting worried that the playoffs will go badly at the minute. Yeah, Daffyd, yeah, it's not the form you want going into it. I think Sunderland have to really change that in the next 8 games, don't they? Massively. Big change up needed. You don't want to be going into it like this, mate. You do not want to be going into the playoffs like that. No way. It's just rank. It's the team. To be fair, the majority of the time, it is the team that finishes 3rd or 4th that goes up. So I guess that's the positive, and that's money's done that. Hmm. Sky Sports. That's so annoying. Leeds slip up again in the title race. Thanks, lads. One thing I'll say regarding Burnley this year is we're disappointing at home. I'm a season ticket holder and we are very boring. But to be honest, recently Parker's let them go. Let's see. Hard fixtures. TC. Yeah, it is hard fixtures to come, mate. Definitely. I think it's going to be a big period for you. Swansea just had a bit of a chance there, but not really. Yeah, this is just, I mean, look at the attendance, lads. Look at the attendance, Chris, at this game, man. There's about 10 people there, aren't there? Alessandro, did they? I've not got an eye on that one, mate. But oh, offside. Burnley nearly in. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting conversation. I don't know. I think it's all up in the air now. And I'll give you a little insight. My dad messaged me, and my dad's been very confident, very, very confident about Leeds going up. My dad messaged me this week. No, it was before Portsmouth. Before Portsmouth. No, after Portsmouth, I should say. He messaged me and said we're finishing third. So my dad just flipped on a dime. And so my dad is now headstrong on us finishing third. So there you go. The first one in my line to admit it, really, or at least concede it. So he might come on Generation Leads on the Patreon and be like, it's fine, but he's lying. We're all on to you, Ian. But yeah, he's the first one that's flipped. Sky working their magic once again. They have all the power over Leeds. Sheffield had 7 fixture changes. Leeds 14. Yeah, it's just minging, mate. It's minging. Because they want to see what's happening now. That's what they want. It's good TV, isn't it? It's good TV to see what's happening now. Think of all the viewing figures they'll have got today. International break has come at the right time, I think. Yeah, probably right. Getting into the 83rd minute now. Chris says, I can't see you finishing third at all. All I can see is Sheffield and Jim Bob going about the 2 points they were deducted. Should have. Yeah. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Come on, Swansea, do something, mate. It's just a different level, this. It's like, I mean, Burnley haven't been great, but Swansea even just physically, they look miles off it. Burnley haven't looked great, I'll be honest. They've just sort of dominated it, really, done what they needed to do. And it is what it is. Wouldn't be surprised if the Swansea game got moved to an early kickoff. They want us to stay in this territory. Yeah, it will be, like Preston did. Connie did mention not long ago that if Leeds finish in the playoff, regardless, Farker should go. Ball in, good save. I think I said if we lose the playoffs, then he should go. I mean, if we win the playoffs, then yeah, I mean, we've gone up, haven't we? But we shouldn't. We shouldn't. With this team, we shouldn't be in the playoffs. But yeah, 5 points in 12. Yeah. You can't they can't do that again. They can't have 5 points in 12 again in the next run. Oxford 1, Watford 0. That's big. That's big. That is big. Let's have a look. We'll have a look. Dembele. Sariki. Big. Really big, that one. But yeah, you are right. Has to be a better return. Has to be a better return. The gap in quality in this league is unbelievable. You're right, mate. You are right. But yeah, it's getting tight now, isn't it? Very tight. And what you're saying about the even the goal difference, like from Leeds being, I mean, we still are. I think the goal difference will still be fine towards the end of the season, but Burnley even been on 41. It's just like even us just conceding goals. I was saying at the start that our defense is better, but Leeds just look so poor defensively today. And the only reason I've mentioned that, guys, is because I think the goal out Leeds' goalkeeper has chucked enough in to actually say that our defense is as good as yours, because it's just the goalkeeper that's the anomaly. But I don't know, man. Just watching us today, and even even against Portsmouth to an extent, not good, not good. It'd have just been nice if we'd have gone on this run, even if we'd have stumbled against like Watford and Coventry. It'd have just been nice. It'd have been nice going on this run for me. It'd have been lovely going on this run towards that run anyway, towards the end of the season. And hopefully we can do. It's as if we've just lost. It feels like we have lost, to be honest. What are the fixtures after the international, pal? Let's take a look. Yeah, the international fixtures. So the ones after that, you've got immediately after, you have Burnley anyway. Let's have a look. You've got Bristol at home, which won't be easy. At all. I think if you come through Burnley, if you come through Bristol, Cov, and Derby with 7 points, bloody hell, that'd be a right return. But you've got some mad games in there. Derby away, Norwich at home, probably be fine. Watford away, Sheffield United at home, QPR, Millwall. Although QPR will just have nothing to play for, and they won't do what they did today, presumably. Leeds have Swansea at home, and then Luton away, and then Sheffield United have Coventry at home. Coventry at home, and then they have. So a look, and Oxford away. So they've got Wednesday tomorrow, Coventry at home and Oxford away, and then Millwall at home. So Sheffield Wednesday have a good run as well. Have a really good run. And then they've got, after Millwall, they've got Plymouth, who could be fighting, but then they've got Cardiff at home, and then they've got Burnley. I think Sheffield United have got a really good run in. To be honest. Daz says, Connor, do you think Farke will start Nonso today? This may pick up our season for the remainder if he starts. If he doesn't, then I don't know what to say, really. I'm at a point of I don't really know what to say if he doesn't start him. It feels like a loss. It's a game where we should be winning, but didn't. At least we didn't lose 4-0. Connor, do you think Cooper or Trafford saves that shot for QPR's first goal? Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is with it, mate, is normally I'd look at Meslier there. I don't expect that much from Meslier, to be honest. But what I will say for that one in particular is I think it was a little bit difficult because he didn't expect our midfielder to kick the ball to their left winger out of nowhere. I don't think he expected that. And why would you expect that? So, no, that's solely on Brendan Aronson for me. But then it's solely on the manager for continuing with him. Ashley Barnes coming on. Should do hear you, because it definitely is, mate. Definitely is. Guys, if any of you are interested as well, we do have a fan forum this evening. And there are loads of these. We've got 1,200 people on here across all platforms. So please make sure you're changing and getting a bit of a YouTube account going as well here, everybody. Would really appreciate that. And people who are live now, please make sure you slap a like on the video if you want to see some more watch-alongs like this. But please consider heading on over and watching the game tomorrow as well. Sheffield United look a little defensive when they take a lead. They'll be caught out a few times like Bristol City did midweek, got to kill it. Yeah, I think Sheffield United, I don't know, I think Sheffield United maybe look a little bit more vulnerable than Burnley do at the minute. That's what I'll say. I don't think they've looked great, but I don't think we've been great either, to be honest. Let's be honest. We've done well here, lads and lasses. We've done well here. We've got through 91 nearly minutes of this, and Burnley have been leading since like the 8th minute or whatever it's been, 4th minute. I was still sorting out my instant match reaction, and I came on here, and yeah, it was they're already 1-0 up. New name. Well, at least it's entertaining, mate. From a neutral perspective, watching Leeds is definitely entertaining. Put it that way. Yeah, well, as you can see by the stats, I mean, Burnley fully deserved this. Fully deserved it. You know, fully deserved, and this should be that. And they fired themselves right back into it. So yeah, fair play to Burnley. Derby 3-2, massive, massive. They're just flying at the minute, aren't they? Swan's absolutely dog at Andy. How bad are they, mate? Yeah, cheers in a bit, Chris. All the best, mate. How bad are they, mate? I mean, but prime Swansea coming up at Ellen Road now. Fully expecting it. But yeah, they're bad. Really, really bad. This is probably, I mean, you guys watch Burnley a lot more. But this is probably the least testing side you've come up against, isn't it? Very, very poor. They all look like children as well. They all look like little boys. Like Burnley just sort of massive next to them. Look absolutely massive next to them. Physically just on a different level. A new record of not conceding in 28 games. Is that true? Can't be true. Hannibal's look pretty good when he's come on. Alessandro says Burnley good 15 minutes, but then they strangle the life out of games. It's so dull. Hopefully, Bristol and commentary can taint that. Yeah, I guess it don't matter though, Alessandro, mate. Yeah, I was going to say new name. Yeah, I was going to say I'm sure I watched those games and that didn't happen. It was like if you include that FA Cup game as well, it was 3, isn't it? So over to Blades, see what they can do. Indeed. Exactly, James. Yeah, it just feels like it, doesn't it? And that is that, everybody. Well, fair play. Burnley thoroughly deserve that. Thoroughly deserve that. I've absolutely battered them. Just torn them apart, really. No real competition there, and they've done it. They've done it. A really good win for Burnley. I predicted a 2-0. Had a 2-0 nailed on. So thank you so much for you guys. Yeah, as I say, for you guys following me, really appreciate that. Do me a favor and slap a like on the video as always before you leave. And we'll be heading over to One Leeds at 7 o'clock. If you guys want to come in, we're going to be talking about all the games: Burnley, Sunderland, Sheffield United tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about Leeds United as well. Absolute pleasure, everybody. Please make sure you like before you leave. Consider subscribing. See you in a bit. Cheers.